Just a moment, treasure. What, Samuel? I'm busy. You what? You can't leave. The house isn't a part-time job you can just throw away on a whim. It's a family. It's an obligation. Now you're just being obtuse. Yes, I would know about that. What? Vincent is the prince of this house. He can't leave. What does William think of all this? Why would I know? He trusts me with jobs, Samuel, not his personal feelings. I don't know who he would confide those in, but certainly not me. No, I don't want to come talk about it. As I said, I'm busy. I am busy with someone very important to me. I can call you back later. We can find a different time to connect. Goodbye. Apologies, darling. Family matters. No, it's quite all right. Well, Samuel has a flair for the dramatic when it suits him. It's not actually something of consequence. He and another member of the family and his partner are planning to distance themselves from the family. It all seems a bit hasty and ill-advised, if you ask me. Not that either of them would. I'm sure it will blow over before too long. What? No, what did you mean by that? And you think you know me well enough to know that I don't really believe that? Is that what you're implying? Maybe you're right about that. The thought of all three of them cutting ties is concerning. It depends on a lot of factors. Factors that need more consideration than I fear they're giving them. I appreciate the concern, but I'd rather not think about it right now. learned a poignant truth in my years of afterlife, my dear, and it's this. Most of the circumstances that affect us are largely out of our control. And the way that those things make us feel is, in the moment, also largely out of our control. Sometimes, the only thing we can do is to choose what to focus on. So, in this moment, I'm choosing to focus on you, on us, on the space within these four walls, and on tonight. The problems will still be there in the morning. I choose a modicum of peace for once, for a while. Is that all right? What about you, treasure? When the storm outside starts to shake the bars of the proverbial cage in your mind, what do you choose? Interesting. I don't know that that was the answer I was expecting. That's fair. I don't really know what I was expecting. We don't know each other very well, do we? That's not a damning appraisal, darling. It's just an observation. Most of our time spent in each other's company doesn't involve much talking. Or at least, not much talking on any subject besides. Well, you know. Would you want to change that? I'm just asking. I don't know that there is a right answer, but let me ask you this. Are you unsure of your answer because you're unsure of what you want? Or are you unsure of your answer because you're unsure of what I want? Fair again. If it feels like I'm putting too much pressure on you by asking without stating my opinion first, I apologize. I can understand how that would be uncomfortable. for what it's worth, I thought that was a way to give you the power in the conversation. I'm not a fool, Treasure. I know that there's something of a power imbalance between us. I can't change the fundamental part of that imbalance. I am not an unempowered human, and I never can be again. So, in my mind, asking you the question of what you want to make of us was me trying to let you speak your truth without feeling like you had to match my answer. I suppose it's a bit of a catch-22, as my erstwhile house member Samuel would put it. So, I apologize if you feel put on the spot. That wasn't my intent. I simply want to know what you want, not what you think I want you to want. I have been enjoying things as they are. I feel I would enjoy them just as much knowing more about you. I feel in the long term I would enjoy them even more, provided we want there to be some kind of longer term. Do we? I think so. It's a bit of a stark turn to realize that I know what makes you moan, but I don't know what makes you smile. Considering how much time we've spent together, that seems a sad reality. I don't even know your surname. Well, I knew I was out of practice with all this, but I believe I'm finding myself to be woefully bad at it. Well, life changed so fundamentally after my turning in a way that I can't. I don't know that I could properly articulate it. For the first long while of that period, my time wasn't my own to decide. Companionship of any kind was unattainable by design, my maker's design. Once I was free of him, I found myself too preoccupied with my new occupation to consider anything beyond brief dalliances in the name of blood or pleasure. You're the first person in an exceptionally long time that I've had the desire and the time to know. To that end, I will warn you now, I won't get this right. Not perfectly, not at all. I'd be a fool to suggest otherwise, but I will try, and I will learn. If I have one virtue, it's adaptation. I can promise you that much. I'd be a hypocrite to ask for anything more than that, treasure. Well then, at risk of being a bit on the nose, what is something that makes you smile?